This is why aliens might be avoiding us. There is a strange contradiction hidden above our heads every single night. The universe is unimaginably large, so large that the human mind struggles to truly understand it. In our galaxy alone, there are hundreds of billions of stars. Beyond it, there are trillions of galaxies scattered across the darkness, like islands of light floating in an endless cosmic ocean. Around many of those stars, planets orbit in silence. Some are ancient worlds that existed long before Earth was even born. Some may have oceans, atmospheres, storms, and skies of their own. Statistically, life should not be rare. Intelligence should not be unique. The cosmos should be overflowing with civilizations. And yet, when humanity finally learned how to listen to the stars, we found something deeply unsettling. Nothing answered back. For decades, giant radio telescopes have scanned the heavens searching for signals from distant minds. Scientists pointed antennas toward nearby stars, hoping to detect even the faintest whisper from another civilization somewhere beyond Earth. Humanity expected noise, patterns, evidence that intelligence had already spread across the galaxy long ago. Instead, we found silence so complete that it began to feel unnatural. That silence changed everything. Because the real mystery is not whether alien life exists. Mathematics alone suggests that intelligent civilizations should be everywhere. The terrifying question is why the universe feels so empty when it should be full of voices. Think about what this means for a moment. The universe is nearly 14 billion years old. Earth is relatively young. Entire civilizations could have risen and disappeared millions of years before the first human ever looked at the stars. Somewhere out there, species may have mastered technologies beyond human imagination, while dinosaurs still walked across this planet. In cosmic terms, humanity arrived late to the story. So, where is everybody? This question became so disturbing that scientists gave it a name: the Fermi Paradox. If intelligent life should be common, then why does the universe appear completely silent? Why has nobody visited us? Why have we never detected clear evidence of another civilization? Why does the galaxy look abandoned? At first, humanity believed the answer was simple. Maybe intelligent life is extremely rare. Maybe civilizations destroy themselves before reaching the stars. Maybe interstellar travel is impossible. But over time, another possibility emerged, one far more disturbing. What if the silence is not accidental? What if advanced civilizations already know something humanity does not? Imagine standing alone in the middle of a dark forest at night. You hear no voices, no footsteps, no movement. At first, the silence feels peaceful. Then slowly, a terrible thought enters your mind. What if everyone is silent because making noise is dangerous? Suddenly, the universe no longer feels empty. It feels like something is hiding. And the deeper humanity looks into space, the stranger the silence becomes. Because every new discovery seems to increase the probability that life should exist somewhere else. Astronomers have already discovered thousands of planets orbiting distant stars. Some of them exist in regions where liquid water could survive. Some are older than Earth by billions of years. The conditions for life may not be exceptional at all. They may be common, which means the silence may not be evidence of absence. It may be evidence of caution. That possibility changes the way we see ourselves. Maybe humanity is not a lonely species searching the cosmos for friends. Maybe we are a young civilization shouting into a universe where older civilizations learned long ago to remain quiet. And if that is true, then one terrifying question emerges from the darkness. What exactly does the rest of the universe know about civilizations like us? Humanity may already sound dangerous. If another civilization somewhere in the galaxy detected Earth today, what would they actually see? Humanity likes to imagine itself as curious, intelligent, and peaceful. We picture scientists exploring the stars, astronauts walking across distant worlds, and children looking up at the night sky filled with wonder. But from far away, Earth might look very different. Because long before humanity became wise, it became loud. For more than a century, our planet has been leaking signals into space. Radio broadcasts, military radar, satellite transmissions, television waves, and nuclear detonations have all been expanding outward at the speed of light, forming a growing bubble around Earth. Somewhere within a radius of over 100 light-years, another civilization could already know that something technological exists here. And if they are listening closely enough, they may also know what kind of species we are. Imagine an advanced civilization observing humanity the same way humans observe newly discovered tribes in isolated regions of Earth. They would not only study our technology, they would study our behavior, our history, our emotional maturity, the way we react to fear, power, and difference. What would they conclude after analyzing human civilization? They would see a species capable of composing symphonies while simultaneously building weapons capable of erasing entire cities in seconds. A civilization that stepped onto the moon while still fighting wars over borders, ideologies, and resources. A species intelligent enough to split the atom before learning how to control its own aggression. From the outside, humanity may not look advanced. It may look unstable. And perhaps the most alarming moment in human history occurred in 1945. When the first nuclear explosions illuminated Earth's atmosphere, humanity unknowingly announced something terrifying to the cosmos. For the first time, this young species possessed the power to destroy itself completely. In cosmic terms, that changes everything, because an advanced civilization may understand a dangerous pattern that humanity has not yet fully accepted. The moment a species develops powerful technology before achieving emotional wisdom, it enters its most unpredictable phase. It becomes capable of extinction, expansion, or catastrophe all at once. Humanity currently exists inside that phase, and maybe older civilizations know exactly how dangerous that stage can become. Think about how humans react when discovering potentially hostile forms of life on Earth. Caution always comes first. Distance, observation, containment, rarely immediate contact. Now expand that logic to the scale of the galaxy. If an advanced species detected a civilization broadcasting violence, political instability, ecological destruction, and nuclear capability into space, would they rush to introduce themselves? Or would they stay silent and watch from a safe distance? The frightening possibility is that humanity may already have crossed an invisible threshold. We often assume alien civilizations would automatically see humans as primitive and harmless, but history suggests something else. The most dangerous species are often not the strongest or the smartest. They are the ones still driven by fear, tribalism, and competition while possessing rapidly advancing technology. That description fits humanity perfectly. Even our entertainment reveals something about us. For decades, Earth has transmitted films, news broadcasts, military communications, and violent imagery into the cosmos. An alien civilization intercepting fragments of human media would witness war footage, explosions, crime, political conflict, and endless signs of internal division. They would see a civilization struggling to coexist with itself, and perhaps they would become cautious, because intelligence alone does not guarantee wisdom. In fact, intelligence without wisdom may be one of the most dangerous forces in the universe. The terrifying part is that humanity still assumes alien civilizations would think like explorers, curious, open, friendly. But what if civilizations that survive long enough to become advanced stop taking risks entirely? What if they learned through painful experience that young civilizations are unpredictable, emotional, and potentially catastrophic? If that is true, then Earth may not appear as a promising new world waiting to join a galactic community. It may appear as a warning sign. And somewhere beyond the stars, another civilization may already be asking a question far more frightening than whether humanity exists. They may be asking whether humanity can be trusted. Civilizations older than Earth. Humanity often imagines itself as early in the story of intelligent life. We look at our cities, our technology, our spacecraft, and assume we are standing near the beginning of cosmic evolution. But the universe tells a very different story. Earth formed about 5 billion years ago. Human civilization, by comparison, appeared only moments ago on the cosmic timeline. Modern technology has existed for barely more than a century. Radio communication, space exploration, artificial intelligence, and nuclear power all emerged within the blink of an eye compared to the age of the galaxy. Now, imagine what could happen to a civilization given not 100 years of technological progress, but 1 million, or 10 million, or 1 billion. Some stars in our galaxy are billions of years older than the Sun. Around those stars, planets may have formed long before Earth even existed. If intelligent life emerged there, entire civilizations could have risen, evolved, transformed, and expanded across space, while our planet was still covered by oceans filled with primitive organisms. This changes the way we should think about extraterrestrial life. Humanity tends to imagine alien civilizations as slightly ahead of us, maybe a few centuries more advanced, maybe possessing faster spacecraft or better technology. But the true difference could be incomprehensible. A civilization millions of years older than humanity would likely appear less like another society and more like a force of nature. The gap between humans and such beings may be greater than the gap between humans and ants. Think about the difference between modern humanity and the first humans who discovered fire. Now multiply that difference thousands of times. A civilization surviving for millions of years could master physics in ways humanity cannot yet imagine. They may manipulate gravity, engineer stars, communicate through dimensions humans cannot perceive, or exist entirely beyond biological form. And perhaps that is exactly why the universe feels silent. Human beings assume advanced civilizations would naturally want to contact us. But would humans attempt meaningful conversation with an anthill? Would we explain mathematics, philosophy, and quantum mechanics to insects incapable of understanding the concepts? Most of the time, advanced intelligence does not communicate with less developed forms of life because the gap is simply too enormous. The frightening possibility is that humanity may not be ignored out of hostility. We may be ignored out of irrelevance. This idea becomes even more disturbing when we remember how quickly humanity itself has evolved technologically. Just a few centuries ago, humans believed Earth was the center of the universe. Today, we send robotic probes beyond the solar system. Technological evolution accelerates rapidly once intelligence reaches certain thresholds, which means civilizations older than Earth may already exist so far beyond physical exploration that humanity cannot even recognize the signs of their existence. Perhaps they no longer use radio signals because radio is primitive. Perhaps they abandoned biological bodies long ago. Perhaps they transferred consciousness into artificial systems orbiting stars. Perhaps they communicate through methods completely invisible to human science. Humanity may be searching the universe using the equivalent of ancient tools while expecting to detect godlike civilizations. And there is another terrifying implication hidden inside this possibility. Older civilizations may already know that young species tend to behave in predictable ways: aggression, expansion, competition, self-destruction. Perhaps civilizations that survive millions of years only do so after overcoming those instincts completely. If so, then humanity may currently represent a stage of development they learned to fear long ago. A dangerous phase, a civilization powerful enough to reshape its world, but emotionally immature enough to destroy it. Maybe advanced species do not fear intelligent life itself. Maybe they fear young intelligence. And somewhere in the darkness of the galaxy, civilizations older than Earth may already be watching humanity move through the exact same stage that countless others once failed to survive. The cosmic fear of young species. There may be a stage in the evolution of intelligent life more dangerous than war, more dangerous than artificial intelligence, and even more dangerous than extinction itself. The moment a civilization becomes technologically powerful before becoming emotionally mature. Humanity may be living inside that moment right now. For most of human history, our ability to cause destruction was limited. Empires rose and collapsed, wars consumed nations, and violence shaped civilizations. But no human conflict possessed the power to erase the entire species. That changed the instant humanity unlocked technologies capable of planetary destruction. In less than 1 century, humans evolved from primitive flight to nuclear weapons, genetic engineering, autonomous machines, and artificial intelligence. Our technological growth accelerated faster than our psychological evolution. Humanity gained extraordinary power without solving the ancient instincts that still dominate the human mind: fear, tribalism, greed, revenge, and the obsession with control. That imbalance may be the most alarming signal Earth sends into the cosmos, because any advanced civilization observing humanity would notice something deeply unstable about us. Human beings cooperate enough to build global communication networks and space telescopes, yet remain divided by ideology, religion, territory, and power. We dream of exploring distant galaxies while still struggling to coexist peacefully on our own planet. To an older civilization, this phase may appear terrifyingly familiar. Perhaps every intelligent species reaches a point where its technology begins evolving faster than its wisdom. A critical stage where one mistake, one war, one uncontrolled invention, or one act of fear can end everything. Most civilizations may never survive beyond that threshold, and maybe that is why the universe feels silent, because the galaxy may be filled not with living civilizations, but with the ruins of species that destroyed themselves during their technological adolescence. Humanity often assumes intelligence naturally leads to progress, but intelligence only amplifies what already exists inside a species. A peaceful civilization may create extraordinary beauty with advanced technology. A fearful civilization may create unimaginable destruction. Technology is power, and power magnifies intention. Right now, humanity exists in a dangerous paradox. We possess tools capable of reshaping the planet, but our emotions are still deeply influenced by instincts developed during humanity's earliest struggle for survival. The human brain evolved to fear outsiders, react impulsively to threats, and prioritize short-term survival over long-term stability. Those instincts once protected us. Now they may threaten our future. Imagine how Earth appears through the eyes of a civilization millions of years older than humanity. They would not see a stable planetary society preparing for peaceful contact. They would see a species rapidly acquiring dangerous capabilities while remaining emotionally fragmented. A civilization experimenting with technologies powerful enough to alter ecosystems, manipulate biology, and potentially weaponize intelligence itself. From a cosmic perspective, humanity may resemble a child holding fire in a dry forest, unpredictable. And perhaps older civilizations learned long ago that young species become most dangerous precisely when they begin looking toward the stars. Expansion, ambition, fear, and competition could drive civilizations to spread instability beyond their own worlds. If so, advanced species may avoid contact with emerging civilizations until they demonstrate something far more important than intelligence: self-control. That possibility transforms the silence of the universe into something deeply unsettling. Maybe advanced civilizations are not absent. Maybe they are waiting, observing, watching to see whether young species survive the phase where power grows faster than wisdom. Because only civilizations capable of mastering themselves may ever become safe enough to join the greater cosmic community. And if that is true, humanity may still be undergoing the most important test in its entire history, a test that countless civilizations before us may have already failed. The universe may reward silence. Humanity has spent decades searching the skies under one powerful assumption: that intelligent civilizations would want to be found. But what if that assumption is completely wrong? What if the oldest lesson in the universe is not how to communicate, but how to remain hidden? The deeper scientists explore the mystery of cosmic silence, the more disturbing one possibility becomes. Perhaps advanced civilizations discovered long ago that survival depends on secrecy. In a galaxy where intelligent life may compete for resources, territory, energy, or survival itself, revealing your existence could become the greatest mistake a civilization can make. Suddenly, silence stops feeling mysterious. It starts feeling strategic. Imagine a dark forest at night. Every creature inside that forest knows predators exist somewhere among the trees. No one knows who can be trusted. No one knows who might attack first. In such a place, making noise becomes dangerous. The safest strategy is to remain quiet, invisible, and undetected. Now expand that idea across an entire galaxy. This terrifying possibility became known as the dark forest hypothesis. According to this idea, intelligent civilizations may stay silent because the universe is not a peaceful community waiting for connection. It may be an environment where caution determines survival. If even one hostile civilization exists somewhere in the cosmos, every advanced species would have reason to hide. The risk of attracting dangerous attention could outweigh the benefits of communication entirely. And humanity may have done the exact opposite. For over 100 years, Earth has been broadcasting signals into space without hesitation. Radio waves, radar systems, television transmissions, military communications, and scientific messages have spread outward from our planet like a beacon in the darkness. Humanity assumed contact would be exciting, friendly, historic. But from another perspective, humanity may look shockingly reckless. Because the universe may reward civilizations that stay silent long enough to survive. This changes the emotional meaning of the silence surrounding Earth. Instead of emptiness, the silence begins to feel tense, controlled, intentional, like entering a room where everyone suddenly stopped speaking the moment you arrived. And perhaps there is a reason for that. Maybe older civilizations learned through catastrophe that visibility invites danger. One civilization reveals its location. Another civilization interprets that signal as a potential threat. Fear leads to preemptive action. Entire worlds disappear before they ever become dangerous. In such a universe, trust becomes nearly impossible. Even peaceful civilizations would have reason to remain hidden because they could never fully know the intentions of others. Survival would depend not on morality, but on caution. Silence would become a form of cosmic camouflage. Humanity rarely considers how terrifying intelligence itself may appear on an interstellar scale. A civilization capable of surviving long enough to travel between stars would also possess unimaginable destructive power. If conflict emerged between advanced species, entire planets could vanish in moments. The safest civilization may not be the strongest one. It may be the one nobody notices. And perhaps somewhere in the galaxy, ancient civilizations are already watching Earth with growing concern. They may see a young species loudly announcing its presence before understanding the dangers hidden within the cosmos. A civilization still driven by competition and fear, yet already attempting to contact unknown entities across interstellar distances. To them, humanity may not appear brave. It may appear naive. The frightening part is that humanity cannot take back its signals. Every transmission ever sent from Earth continues traveling outward through space at the speed of light. Fragments of our civilization are already moving through the galaxy, carrying evidence of our existence. And if silence truly is the first law of survival in the universe, then humanity may have already broken it, which raises a terrifying possibility. Maybe the reason nobody answers Earth is not because nobody heard us. Maybe it is because they did. Earth could already be marked. At this very moment, Earth is glowing in the darkness of space like a signal flare, not visually, not through city lights or visible structures, but through something far more difficult to erase. For more than a century, humanity has been unintentionally broadcasting evidence of its existence into the cosmos. Every military radar pulse, every television transmission, every satellite communication, every radio broadcast has continued expanding outward through space at the speed of light. Humanity did not simply discover the universe. Humanity announced itself to it. Somewhere beyond our solar system, there may already be civilizations capable of detecting technological activity from distant worlds. Humanity itself is beginning to develop methods for identifying life on exoplanets by analyzing atmospheres, light patterns, and chemical signatures. An advanced civilization millions of years ahead of us could possess detection systems so sophisticated that Earth became visible long before humans ever looked toward the stars. And if they are watching, they may already know far more about humanity than humanity knows about them. Think about what Earth has revealed over the last 100 years. A sudden explosion of radio signals, nuclear detonations bright enough to alter the planet's electromagnetic signature, artificial satellites surrounding the atmosphere, global communication systems operating continuously. To another civilization, these may not appear as random events. They may look like unmistakable indicators of a young technological species entering a dangerous phase of development, a civilization becoming capable of expansion or destruction. There is something deeply unsettling about the idea that humanity may already exist inside someone else's map of the galaxy. Earth feels isolated because space is vast, but advanced civilizations may think on timescales far beyond human understanding. If another species detected Earth thousands of years ago, they may still consider humanity a recent discovery. Patience for them could span entire civilizations, which means observation may already be happening without humanity realizing it. And perhaps the most disturbing part is this: humanity has not only leaked signals accidentally, we also intentionally attempted to contact the cosmos. In 1974, scientists transmitted the famous Arecibo message toward a distant cluster of stars, sending mathematical information about humanity and Earth into space. Later, the Voyager probes carried golden records containing sounds, images, music, and greetings from our planet. Humanity framed these actions as hopeful gestures, invitations to connection. But some scientists strongly opposed these efforts, not because they doubted alien life existed, but because they feared attracting attention. The late Stephen Hawking warned that contacting advanced civilizations could resemble the moment indigenous civilizations encountered technologically superior explorers on Earth. Those encounters rarely ended well for the less advanced society. History teaches a brutal lesson about asymmetrical contact. The weaker civilization usually loses control of its future, and perhaps advanced civilizations understand this better than humanity does. Now imagine Earth from the perspective of a distant observer, a species rapidly increasing its technological capabilities, a civilization divided by conflict, nuclear-armed, environmentally unstable, emotionally reactive, yet suddenly broadcasting its location into the cosmos without fully understanding who might be listening. Would an advanced civilization interpret this as curiosity or as recklessness? The terrifying possibility is that Earth may already stand out among countless silent worlds precisely because humanity refuses to stay quiet. While older civilizations hide, observe, and avoid unnecessary exposure, humanity continues sending signals into the unknown as though the universe were automatically safe. But the universe has never promised safety, and somewhere in the darkness between the stars, another intelligence may already know exactly where Earth is located. Perhaps they detected us decades ago, perhaps centuries ago. Perhaps they are still deciding what humanity represents: a future ally, a future threat, or a civilization too dangerous to approach. They may communicate beyond human understanding. Humanity has spent decades searching the universe for signals that sound like us: radio waves, mathematical patterns, structured transmissions moving through space like messages in a bottle drifting across a cosmic ocean. Scientists built enormous telescopes, pointed them toward distant stars, and waited for evidence that another civilization might be trying to communicate. But there is a hidden assumption behind all of this: that alien intelligence would communicate in ways the human mind can recognize, and that assumption may be humanity's greatest mistake. Imagine taking a modern smartphone into the middle of the ancient world. To someone living thousands of years ago, its signals would appear completely invisible, its functions incomprehensible. Communication would still exist, but the observer would lack the concepts necessary to understand what they were witnessing. Now, imagine the gap between humanity and a civilization millions of years older. The difference may not simply be technological, it may be cognitive. Human beings tend to imagine intelligence through a human lens. We assume advanced civilizations use language, logic, mathematics, or machines similar to ours. But intelligence may evolve in radically different directions across the universe. Some civilizations may no longer rely on spoken communication at all. Others may exist partially through artificial consciousness, collective minds, or forms of perception humanity has not yet discovered. The universe may already be filled with communication that humans are biologically incapable of detecting. Perhaps advanced civilizations communicate through quantum phenomena, gravitational distortions, neutrino patterns, or dimensions beyond ordinary perception. Humanity still struggles to fully understand dark matter, dark energy, and the deeper structure of space-time itself. The visible universe may represent only a tiny fraction of reality. If advanced species learned to interact with those hidden layers of existence, then human attempts to detect alien life through radio signals might appear primitive, like listening for drums while civilizations speak through the fabric of space itself. And perhaps the silence surrounding Earth is not silence at all. Perhaps humanity simply lacks the ability to hear. This possibility becomes even more unsettling when we consider how limited human perception truly is. The human brain evolved for survival on a small planet, not for understanding the cosmos. Human senses detect only a narrow range of reality, tiny portions of light, sound, temperature, and electromagnetic energy. Entire layers of existence remain invisible to us without technology, which means humanity may already exist inside a universe overflowing with activity while perceiving almost none of it. Think about how ants experience the world. Human cities surround them with highways, electricity, digital networks, satellites, and global communication systems. Yet ants remain unaware of almost everything happening around them. Not because humans hide, but because the scale of understanding is too different. Now, reverse the comparison. Humanity may be the ants, and perhaps advanced civilizations no longer view direct communication as necessary or even possible. A species millions of years older than humanity may perceive time differently, think collectively instead of individually, or interact with reality itself in ways human consciousness cannot process. To them, humanity's search for radio signals may resemble children trying to understand the ocean by listening to a single drop of water. The terrifying implication is that humans may already be surrounded by evidence of intelligence without recognizing it. Strange cosmic phenomena, unexplained energy patterns, or structures hidden within the galaxy may already contain signs of advanced civilizations. Humanity simply may not yet possess the intellectual framework necessary to interpret them. And perhaps older civilizations understand this limitation perfectly. Maybe they are not avoiding humanity because they fear us. Maybe communication itself is impossible until humanity evolves far beyond its current understanding of reality. Because before a civilization can truly speak with the cosmos, it may first need to learn how little it actually understands. Consciousness could be the real barrier. Humanity assumes the path to the stars is built with technology, bigger rockets, faster engines, more powerful computers, artificial intelligence capable of solving impossible equations. We imagine advanced civilizations as masters of engineering, physics, and energy. And perhaps they are. But what if technology is not the true requirement for entering the greater cosmic community? What if the real barrier is consciousness itself? This possibility changes everything. Because humanity has already proven that intelligence alone does not guarantee wisdom. Human civilization became technologically advanced while remaining emotionally divided. We built global communication systems while struggling to communicate with each other. We learned how to manipulate the atom before learning how to control fear, hatred, and greed. Perhaps advanced civilizations discovered something humanity still resists understanding. A species cannot survive cosmic power without first mastering itself. Imagine a civilization that continues evolving not only technologically but psychologically. Over millions of years, such beings may overcome instincts that once dominated their ancestors: violence, tribalism, domination, the endless need for conflict. Instead of expanding through conquest, they may evolve toward cooperation, balance, and collective intelligence. To humanity, that may sound idealistic. To the universe, it may simply be necessary for survival. Because a civilization that gains immense technological power while remaining emotionally unstable may eventually destroy itself. The more advanced the technology becomes, the more dangerous emotional immaturity becomes alongside it. One impulsive decision, one ideological conflict, or one uncontrolled system could end an entire species. Humanity may already be approaching that threshold, and perhaps advanced civilizations understand this pattern so clearly that they avoid contact with younger species until certain conditions are met. Not technological conditions, but psychological ones. A civilization capable of peaceful coexistence. A civilization capable of thinking beyond short-term survival. A civilization capable of seeing itself as part of something larger than its own divisions. Right now, humanity struggles with exactly the opposite. Nations compete for dominance. Information divides people faster than it unites them. Fear spreads instantly across global networks. Technological growth accelerates while emotional wisdom struggles to keep pace. Humanity reaches outward toward the stars while remaining internally fragmented. From the perspective of an older civilization, Earth may still appear psychologically unstable, and perhaps that instability is the true reason the universe remains silent. Think about how humans treat dangerous forms of intelligence on Earth. We isolate them, observe them, contain them until they become predictable and safe. Advanced civilizations may apply similar logic on a cosmic scale, not out of cruelty, but caution. Because the galaxy may already contain civilizations that once failed this same test, species that reached extraordinary technological heights without developing the consciousness necessary to survive them. The terrifying possibility is that intelligence is common in the universe, but wisdom is rare, and maybe the silence surrounding Earth is not punishment or abandonment. Maybe it is distance created intentionally until humanity proves it can handle the responsibilities that come with advanced knowledge. This idea transforms first contact into something far deeper than a scientific event. It becomes a reflection of humanity itself. Contact may not depend on where aliens are located, but on what humanity becomes. The moment a civilization overcomes its destructive instincts may also be the moment it becomes visible to the rest of the cosmos. And perhaps that is why the universe feels so quiet. Not because humanity is alone, but because humanity has not yet learned how to listen without fear, power without destruction, or intelligence without division. The stars may already be waiting for humanity to evolve into something capable of joining them. The graveyard hidden between the stars. The silence of the universe may not be empty. It may be haunted. Every night, humanity looks into the sky and sees stars shining peacefully across the darkness. But hidden behind that beauty lies a terrifying possibility. What if the galaxy is not silent because intelligent life is rare, but because most civilizations never survive long enough to endure? What if the universe is filled with the remains of forgotten worlds? This idea changes the emotional meaning of the cosmos completely. The stars stop looking hopeful. They begin to resemble tombstones scattered across an endless cosmic cemetery. Humanity often imagines progress as inevitable. We assume civilizations naturally advance towards stability, wisdom, and survival. But history on Earth suggests something very different. Human societies repeatedly approach self-destruction through war, environmental collapse, technological misuse, and internal division. The only reason humanity still exists is because it has not yet crossed the final irreversible line. But many civilizations elsewhere may have. Some species may destroy themselves through nuclear conflict shortly after discovering atomic power. Others may lose control of artificial intelligence, biological engineering, or planetary ecosystems. Entire worlds may collapse under the weight of their own technological acceleration before ever reaching interstellar maturity. And if that pattern repeats across the universe, then the silence surrounding Earth becomes deeply unsettling. Humanity may not be listening to an empty galaxy. Humanity may be listening to the aftermath. This possibility is connected to the terrifying idea known as the Great Filter. According to this theory, somewhere in the development of intelligent life exists a nearly impossible obstacle, a stage so dangerous that most civilizations fail before they can spread across the stars. The horrifying question is whether humanity already passed that filter, or whether it still lies ahead. Imagine countless civilizations across billions of years reaching the same critical point humanity faces today. A moment when technology becomes powerful enough to reshape planets, manipulate life, and potentially erase entire species. Some may survive, most may not. The universe could be filled with civilizations that dreamed of exploring the stars just as humanity does now. Civilizations that created art, science, philosophy, music, and stories beneath alien skies. Entire worlds where intelligent beings once looked upward with hope, believing they were destined to become eternal. And then something happened. Silence. No signals, no cities, no survivors, just abandoned planets orbiting ancient stars. Perhaps somewhere in the galaxy, there are dead worlds covered by the ruins of civilizations that collapsed millions of years ago. Oceans poisoned by technological catastrophe. Artificial systems still operating long after their creators vanished. Silent megastructures drifting through space with nobody left alive to remember why they were built. The terrifying part is that humanity may already be walking the same path. For the first time in history, humans possess the ability to permanently alter Earth's future. Nuclear arsenals remain capable of ending civilization within hours. Artificial intelligence evolves faster than global understanding. Climate instability increases year after year. Technological progress accelerates while political and emotional division deepens. Humanity stands at the edge of extraordinary advancement and extraordinary danger simultaneously. And perhaps every civilization before us once believed they would survive too. That possibility transforms the silence of space into a warning rather than a mystery. Maybe advanced civilizations remain hidden because they know how fragile intelligent life truly is. Maybe the galaxy feels quiet because surviving long enough to become cosmic is far more difficult than humanity imagined. The frightening truth may be this: the universe does not automatically preserve intelligence. Intelligence must learn how to preserve itself. And somewhere beyond the stars, beneath ancient suns shining over abandoned worlds, the ruins of forgotten civilizations may already exist as evidence of what happens when power evolves faster than wisdom. The galaxy may already have rules. Humanity tends to imagine the universe as wild and unregulated. Countless civilizations expanding freely across space. Alien empires colliding in endless conflict. Advanced species competing for territory, resources, and power throughout the galaxy. Most science fiction stories are built around this assumption. But what if the opposite is true? What if the reason the universe feels silent is because advanced civilizations already established rules long ago? Invisible rules, ancient rules, rules humanity does not yet understand. This possibility becomes more unsettling the more we think about what survival on a cosmic scale would actually require. A civilization capable of existing for millions of years would need extraordinary stability. Endless warfare and chaotic expansion would eventually lead to extinction. Any species surviving across galactic timescales may have learned that order, restraint, and non-interference are necessary for long-term survival. Perhaps the galaxy is not chaotic at all. Perhaps it is controlled. Imagine civilizations so ancient that humanity would appear younger than a primitive organism by comparison. Species that witnessed stars being born and dying long before Earth formed. If such civilizations exist, they may already understand the dangers of uncontrolled contact between emerging species. Because contact changes civilizations forever, human history proves this repeatedly. Whenever technologically unequal societies encountered one another on Earth, the weaker civilization almost always lost its autonomy, culture, or survival itself. Advanced civilizations may recognize this danger clearly enough to avoid direct interference with younger species entirely, which means humanity may not be ignored. Humanity may be quarantined. This possibility resembles what scientists call the zoo hypothesis. According to this idea, Earth may exist inside a kind of cosmic preserve where advanced civilizations observe humanity without revealing themselves, allowing natural social and technological evolution to unfold uninterrupted. At first, this idea sounds comforting, until its deeper implications emerge. Because if advanced civilizations truly follow rules of non-interference, then those rules likely exist for a reason. Perhaps younger civilizations are historically unstable, dangerous, or vulnerable during early development. Maybe premature contact repeatedly caused chaos across the galaxy until older species learned to remain hidden. Silence would no longer represent absence, it would represent discipline. And perhaps Earth already exists inside a monitored region of space where contact is intentionally restricted. Humanity may be similar to an isolated tribe deep within a forest, unaware that observers surround it while carefully avoiding direct interaction. The tribe assumes it is alone because it cannot perceive the larger civilization beyond its boundaries. Now imagine humanity in that position. The stars may not be empty. They may simply be watching quietly. This idea also explains something deeply strange about the universe. If advanced civilizations possess technologies far beyond human understanding, hiding from humanity would likely be effortless. A species capable of manipulating space-time, energy, or dimensions beyond human perception could observe Earth continuously without leaving evidence detectable by modern science. Humanity assumes visibility equals existence. But advanced civilizations may have transcended visibility entirely. And perhaps the greatest rule in the galaxy is this: younger civilizations must evolve naturally before joining the wider cosmic order. No interference, no direct contact, no revelation until the species demonstrates psychological and technological maturity. If that is true, then humanity may currently be undergoing an invisible evaluation, not of intelligence alone, but of character. Can humanity overcome tribal conflict? Can it survive technological acceleration without self-destruction? Can it evolve beyond fear-driven behavior? Can it become stable enough to participate safely in a larger cosmic civilization? Perhaps advanced species already know the answers to those questions determine the fate of entire worlds. And maybe that is why the universe remains silent. Not because nobody is there, but because humanity has not yet reached the point where the rules allow the silence to end. Humanity might be under observation. Right now, there is a possibility so unsettling that once it enters the mind, it becomes impossible to completely ignore. What if humanity is not alone right now? Not in the distant past, not somewhere unreachable beyond the edge of the galaxy, but here, observed, studied, watched quietly from the darkness while humanity remains completely unaware. For most of history, humans assumed observation required visibility. To watch something, you needed to stand near it. To study a civilization, you needed ships, structures, or obvious signs of presence. But humanity's own technological evolution has already begun proving otherwise. Right now, humans monitor entire planets using satellites orbiting silently above the atmosphere. Artificial intelligence analyzes behavior patterns without human involvement. Tiny machines invisible to the naked eye can gather enormous amounts of information. Humanity itself is moving toward forms of observation that become less visible as technology advances. Now, imagine a civilization millions of years older. Their methods of observation may be so advanced that humanity could exist under continuous study without detecting a single sign. And perhaps the reason no obvious contact occurs is because observation works better when the subject does not know it is being observed. This possibility changes the emotional atmosphere of the universe completely. The night sky stops feeling empty. It begins to feel aware. Every signal humanity sends outward, every technological leap, every war, every breakthrough in artificial intelligence, every planetary crisis, all of it may already be visible to civilizations capable of monitoring emerging species across enormous distances. And if they are watching, they may not be searching for biology alone. They may be studying behavior. Humanity often imagines first contact as a dramatic arrival, massive spacecraft descending from the sky, public announcements, sudden revelation. But advanced civilizations may see direct contact as dangerous, unnecessary, or even irresponsible. Observation from a distance may provide far more valuable information than interference ever could, especially if young civilizations behave unpredictably under pressure. Think about how humans study wildlife on Earth. Scientists observing rare animals often remain hidden to avoid altering natural behavior. The moment the observed species becomes aware of the observer, its actions change completely. Authentic behavior disappears. Perhaps advanced civilizations apply the same principle to humanity. The terrifying possibility is that Earth's entire modern history may already exist inside an enormous archive somewhere beyond human perception. Every conflict, invention, collapse, and cultural transformation recorded by distant intelligences trying to determine what humanity is becoming. And maybe they are waiting for something specific, a turning point, a decision, a transformation. Humanity currently stands in one of the most unstable periods in its existence. Artificial intelligence advances rapidly. Climate systems shift unpredictably. Political polarization intensifies globally. Technologies capable of altering civilization emerge faster than humanity learns how to control them responsibly. To another civilization, this moment may appear critical, the phase where young species either evolve beyond destructive instincts or disappear because of them. And perhaps observation increases precisely during periods like this. Not because humanity is special, but because countless civilizations before us may have reached the exact same crossroads. There is also another deeply disturbing implication hidden within this possibility. If advanced civilizations truly observe humanity without interference, then silence itself may already be communication. Their refusal to intervene may contain meaning, a test of independence, a measure of maturity, a way of determining whether humanity can solve its own crises without external rescue. Because civilizations dependent on intervention may never truly evolve. The frightening truth is that humanity desperately wants contact to happen. We imagine it would answer our questions, unite our species, and reveal our place in the cosmos. But perhaps advanced civilizations already know something humans do not yet understand. A civilization reveals its true nature most clearly when it believes nobody is watching. And if that is true, then somewhere beyond the stars, another intelligence may already be observing humanity very carefully, waiting to see what kind of species emerges from this fragile moment in human history. The silence was never about aliens. After everything humanity has searched for in the stars, after decades of listening to the silence of the cosmos, one terrifying possibility remains. The universe may not be trying to teach humanity about aliens. It may be trying to teach humanity about itself. From the beginning, humans believed the greatest mystery was whether intelligent life existed somewhere beyond Earth. Entire generations looked toward the stars, hoping to find proof that humanity was not alone. But perhaps that question was never the real mystery at all. Because the deeper humanity explores the silence of the universe, the more the silence begins reflecting something back at us. Our fears, our violence, our immaturity, our fragility. The cosmos may already be filled with intelligent life. Ancient civilizations may exist beyond human imagination, scattered across the galaxy like hidden islands in an endless cosmic ocean. Some may have survived for millions of years. Some may have overcome the destructive instincts that threaten young civilizations. Some may have learned how to exist in harmony with technologies powerful enough to reshape worlds. And perhaps the reason humanity has not joined them yet has nothing to do with distance. Perhaps it has everything to do with evolution. Not biological evolution, civilizational evolution. Humanity stands at a dangerous threshold in its history. Never before has one species possessed so much power over an entire planet. Humans can alter ecosystems, manipulate intelligence, redesign biology, and potentially determine the future of life on Earth itself. But alongside that power, humanity still carries ancient instincts shaped by fear, division, and survival. The human species learned how to split the atom before learning how to stop hating itself. That may be the most important fact about humanity in the eyes of the universe. Because intelligence alone may not impress advanced civilizations. Technology alone may not matter. The cosmos may already contain countless intelligent species capable of building machines, harnessing energy, and exploring space. What may truly determine survival is something far more difficult to achieve. Wisdom, the ability to wield power without destruction, the ability to cooperate without domination, the ability to evolve beyond fear. Perhaps civilizations that survive long enough to become cosmic do not merely become more intelligent. Perhaps they become more conscious, more stable, more aware of their connection to life itself. The species that endure may be the ones that learn how to master their own aggression before expanding into the stars. And humanity has not reached that point yet. The silence surrounding Earth may not be rejection. It may be distance created by reality itself. A civilization still consumed by conflict may not yet be ready to encounter forces far older and more powerful than itself. Humanity continues searching for signs in the sky while ignoring the possibility that the greatest obstacle has always existed within human nature. Maybe first contact is not prevented by physics. Maybe it is prevented by who humanity still is. That possibility transforms the entire meaning of the universe. The stars stop feeling like unreachable destinations and begin feeling like mirrors reflecting the future humanity must choose between: survival or self-destruction, wisdom or power without restraint, unity or endless division. Perhaps every civilization eventually faces the same silent question: what kind of species are you becoming? And maybe somewhere beyond the darkness, hidden among ancient stars, civilizations older than Earth are still waiting for humanity's answer. Because the silence was never truly about aliens. It was always about whether humanity could survive long enough to become worthy of breaking it.